you're in this world, I tell people, then you are more health than non-health. I am an osteopathic doctor, so I do manual medicine. So I adjust people, I put their bodies back into alignment. On an allopathic level, or on a Western level, I'm telling people, well, I'm lining up your spine. I'm putting your hips back in place. To a traditional person, I'm also telling them I'm putting them in balance, not just in their body, but in the world and space around them. When two things butt up against each other, they create a seam. And so I can talk to people on a Western medicine level and talk about these seams, and that we go into those seams and we cause adjustments. At the same time, I could talk about Indian medicine and say those seams are doorways. And we go through those doorways and then we transcend time. We go in there and we look back to that, for example, when you're 1 or 2 weeks old, and we go and we ask for that perfect health to come in, that breath of life like that meagre shell that we blow our life through when we have our ceremonies, that we give people life through this meagre shell that came to us. When I see those changes happening and the body tells me that the changes have occurred, I then ask that same healing or energy force to come to somehow transcend and come up through time back to the present time. We know with traditional medicine there's other seams in the natural world all over the place, not just in the body. That I'll go to where the earth meets the sky, that's a seam. Where the sky meets the star world, that's a seam. And when I say seam, from an osteopathic perspective, I can also know that when I'm talking about Indian things, that we're talking about the doorways, that those are doorways, that there's doorways in the natural world that we know about as traditional people, and then there's doorways in the body, and they're not different, they're connected, they're related. Mm-hmm. The same way you go through a doorway in a person is the same way you go through a doorway in the sky, but yet they'll feel different. They have their own unique characteristics. You know, the doorway between the earth and the sky is different than the doorway between the sky and the stars, and it's different than the doorway that you go into in the body, but that you go there and you don't go looking for the differences, you go looking for the similarities. You go looking for how are those two transcending, going into those two doorways, how do you go in there and then ask for that balance.